Hello YouTube, Vlogging Rant here, and this week my video is about the rioting at UC Berkely a couple of days ago, when alt-right speaker, provocateur and troll Milo Yiannopoulos was scheduled to speak there as part of his Dangerous Faggot tour. The protests that have happened throughout his tour have by and large been peaceful, at least in comparison to what happened at UC Berkely. And the worst part of all of this is, it started out as a peaceful protest. The police were there to try and make sure nothing went violent, and they had police barricades up to try to stop people getting inside. At the time, initially, the protesters were keeping to all that. That was until a separate group, apparently anarchists who just want to spread violence in the name of their religion, infiltrated the protests and started smashing shit and people, which led to the speech being cancelled, and even then for some idiots who wanted Milo to come out and face the morons breaking shit, but Milo had left. Okay, I of course condemn this in the strongest possible terms. This is not okay, and it's also counterproductive. What these regressive liberals don't understand is the way to respond to idiots like Milo is to use your freedom of speech to debunk him, destroy his arguments, and show him for what he is. A right-wing, self-loathing buffoon with lots of bad ideas. You do not respond to people whom you disagree with by shutting them down. In this instance, that backfired spectacularly because less than an hour later, Milo was on Fox News talking about it. That's right, originally he was just going to talk to a few hundred people. But when this happened, he suddenly got a massive audience on Fox News to listen to his message. One of the protesters decided, stupidly, to defend using violence to stop Milo from speaking, ironically resulting in him getting an even bigger platform for his message to spread on Fox News. Quote, "The moral imperative is to win. There's something to be said for fighting according to a code, but if you lose, people are going to die, people are going to get deported. It's absolutely acceptable to use violence. They are 100% certain to use it against us," end quote. No, the response to people like Milo is not try to shut him down. As I've mentioned earlier, that just makes the problem worse. Milo's new book, for example, is right at the top of the order list thanks to these regressive leftist idiots. That is an example of how what they're doing is making Milo more popular. No, how do you beat him? In the realm of ideas. What you do is, yes, you invite Milo to speak at your conference, but then you bring a liberal person like Kyle Kulinski, for instance, to speak afterwards and destroy what he said. The answer to free speech is more free speech. Also, notice three things she does. Firstly, she confuses Milo Yiannopoulos wing of the alt-right with the far-right and the Richard Spencer wing of the alt-right. I will make a video going more in depth about this. And Salil thinks that Milo Yiannopoulos agrees with the far-right on everything. On some things he does, but on others, nope. The second thing she does is otherize the entire right wing and generalizes about them, just like large tracts of the right do to the left. And thirdly, claim that they are going to use violence against us. There's the us versus them mentality the regressive left and the far right both have. And secondly, using violence to shut people down will just lead to people going to their works to find out what it is that people like Milo have said that causes these triggered regressive leftists to do this to them. So they get more popular, their message gets out more, and they can play the victim and generalize about the left. I want to give credit to the Chancellor of UC Berkely, Nicholas Dirks, who defended Milo Yiannopoulos' right to speak on campus, even if he described him as, quote, a troll, a provocateur who uses odious behaviour in parts to entertain, but also to deflect any serious engagement with ideas whose act is at odds with the values of this campus. You see what this guy's doing? He is defending freedom of speech. He also went on to say that Milo Yiannopoulos' tendency to single out individual students on stage for mockery and abuse does not justify prior restraint on his freedom of expression. Unfortunately, I had a suspicion that the regressive left will try to get him removed before too long. So that is my video for this week. I hope you found it interesting. Please rate, comment, share and subscribe, and have a great day everyone.